So Mickey Mouse has entered public domain. Or should I say, the first iteration of Mickey Mouse, known as Steamboat Willie. And the same kind of thing happened when Winnie the Pooh entered public domain. There were people that have been waiting for it to come out to the public domain so they could make a game or a movie on it. I'm pretty sure there's a Steamboat Willie movie. I know there's at least 2 games, and one of the games I'm going to be talking about today was initially titled Infestation 88. It has since been renamed after getting into online controversy. What is the controversy? Well, what came across my feed anyways was a post by Josh Anoriand. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that last name. Look, I'm not saying it's impossible that this game wasn't made with ill intent, but 88 is an immediate red flag, as are the facts that they use the word infestation, they use rat-based imagery, and it involves gassing them and continuing this counting the space. Infestation 88 is 14 keystrokes. Now, for those that aren't aware, 1488 is a Nazi dog whistle, which represent 14 as in the 14 words of fascism. I'm not going to recite them, you can Google it. And 88 is a stand-in where 8 means the 8th letter of the alphabet, which is H, and 88 is HH, which stands for Heil Hitler. Now, to my knowledge, Infestation 88 was set in 1988, which is why they had 88 in their title. We will be going over the developer's response to this. Hey Aiden, how you doing? But there is some things that make me think it's like kind of it's a lot grayer of an area than some other places that have deliberately put in dog whistles. I'll be showing an example in a bit. So Josh continues, Magitech Dad drew my eyes to this because I was ignoring it because I'm so tired of the let's make a beloved character, children's character a slasher thing. But also notice this, that there is likely a reference to a German World War II rifle. Linking a tweet, the STG-44 was a German assault rifle used by German troops in World War II. So, it feels like a bit of a stretch to me because I'm pretty sure if I did my digging enough, as in watching other people talk about it, the STG-44 is also a base Unity prop. So like in Unity, anybody can just pop it in, like it's always there kind of thing. Yes, it is. Good to know. And for here, it starts with TG-44. It's kind of close, and then it has SST. SS was the Schutzstaffel of Nazi Germany. You know, the bad people, the stormtroopers, the ones that actually carried out the Holocaust. That said, what is this, a sticker on a gun? It feels like a bit of a stretch to me. And Josh continues again, and rewatching the trailer, the found footage section is October 13th, 1988, meaning the date would end in 1388, which is suspiciously close, especially if you'd be playing after this point. Well, I mean, if you're if you're, that is a bit of a stretch. I mean, they really could have. Typically, when it is like they're trying to deliberately dog whistle their Nazi imagery, they're going to ham it in as many ways as possible. So I get the vibe that this is not deliberate. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are secretly trying to do it. Who knows? I don't know. We'll find out in the future. Maybe. Probably not. That's not a stock image, though. That's part of. No, that's not part of the model. I don't even know. I don't even know. I guess I should go into Magitech Dad's thread. Oops. Okay, it's just this. Does anyone else think it's massively suspicious that someone is making a game about exterminating rats named Infestation 88? Cause, yeah. I mean, I get where people on the left are coming from with this literal framing, but keep in mind they're clout farming off of Mickey Mouse's origins going public domain. They're making a shooter about rats, and it's about Mickey Mouse. So I get where the plausible deniability is coming from. Again, in fairness, I could be seeing shadows where there are none here. Absolutely I could. But I'm not what you'd consider a betting man, and yet I would absolutely bet a not insignificant amount of money that these are intentional Nazi dog whistles and want peeps to know. I appreciate you letting people know about something you think is a stretch, or it's good to let people know of things that you consider dangerous or harmful. But it does feel like this is a bit of a stretch, especially this part. Oh, look at the description. 1 to 4 players in 88 taking on an outbreak of vermin in various locations. Okay, so that's kind of reversing it. It's going Infestation 88 is an episodic 1 to 4 player. Like, there's a lot of games that are 1 to 4 player. We need a palate cleanser after this BS. You should briefly talk about Mouse. I don't know anything about Mouse. Not that we need more, but this was announced yesterday. So January 1st, here's their website. They've been creating horror games since 2010, but at the bottom, copyright 2024, 14-year difference. Like, they literally are cramming this shit into every last thing they can. So, where is, I guess the copyright's on the bottom or something. Where's your copyright? Yeah, there's a copyright there. This, again, feels like such a stretch. But this thread was, I don't think it was the only one. There were more than one calling out this kind of stuff, which led Nightmare Forge Games, the developer of Infestation 88, to rename it to Infestation Origins. Full statement below, which is one picture. Our game, Infestation 88, is set in the 1980s, with the year 1988 chosen simply due to its symmetrical design in the game's artwork/logo. Unfortunately, we were unaware of any additional meanings the number 88 has. However, after learning about this, we're changing the game's name to Infestation Origins. We apologize for our ignorance on this and appreciate that this was brought to our attention so we could address it ASAP. Man, didn't they actually say something explicitly condemning Nazis? I would hope so. Oh no, oh fuck. They have 2 tweets on their Twitter. Their statement, which I had bookmarked, and their retweeting of IGN's. That's what it looked. That's what the main monster of it looks like, I guess. But I mean, I feel like it's kind of a stretch, because there are times when... Have you ever heard of the Bored Ape Yacht Club? Those NFTs? Like, when I heard about this call out of Infestation 88, I thought, yeah, this is pretty serious. Let's look into it. It could be one of those times where they're literally cramming things into every nook and cranny that they can. This game is an asset flip. Yeah, that's honestly kind of what it looks like. It could just be an asset flip, as they're making unique gameplay and experiences, but like, it's not the biggest deal in the world. There's like an actual Nazi game coming out. I'm willing to call it a Nazi game. It's fucking Alex Jones. Actually coming out on Steam, that's more of a yikes thing to me than Infestation 88. Anyways, so the reason I bring up Bored Ape Yacht Club is because there was a video that called them out for Nazi dog whistling. And I think, will it have gay frogs? I'm pretty sure they have a reference to that in the description. But you're also fighting globalists, so yeah, that game's not cool. Anyways, there was a video put out by a Philion with a PH, not the VTuber. They put out a video last year, 2 million views at this point, calling out the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And, well, I'm not going to go through the entire hour-long video right now, because it's a fucking hour, and I don't want to react to an entire hour, but I want to give people an idea of what I think is more reasonable way, or a clearer example of dog whistling. I hope it's loud enough. Oh, you have no... Damn it! Okay, well, I'm gonna cut out that first little bit, because it's kind of just mood setting.
Basically nihilists who don't give a fuck and want to see the world burn. And like, to me, that's probably a worse thing than being anything, because you really are anti-human and you're selfish.
What if I told you that one of the most successful NFT collections in the world was pulling off the biggest troll in internet history? No, not convincing people that this ugly shit is art, or that it has any value. What if I told you that hidden within Bored Ape Yacht Club was a series of 4chan trolling, racist imagery, and white supremacy dog whistles? And with a deep understanding of cipher and cryptography, the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club are making a mockery of the entire world, pulling the strings of the global elite, including celebrities, athletes, actors, and influencers. This story is extremely complicated for many reasons. The problem with accepting the truth I'm about to tell you is that you have to have extensive knowledge of 4chan, internet culture, and symbolism to even wrap your head around this and understand the motive. The most important fact I'm about to tell you that you must remind yourself.
This guy goes into a shitload of details, and we're going to keep going through a bit more, but I really don't have a lot to add to this. This guy he did a great deep dive. I will try to add some kind of stuff to this.
as we go along is that the entirety of Bored Ape Yacht Club is esoteric. By design, it is only meant to be understood by a select number of people with specialized knowledge. And as you can see here, it is considered based when others with that knowledge connect the dots. Almost all of the absurdist references present in Bored Ape Yacht Club are glaringly obvious to the in-crowd and are invisible to anyone who isn't terminally online. I might as well be
Also known as a dog whistle.
speaking a different language if I don't prime you on every aspect of this elaborate cipher. Combine this with Bored Ape Yacht Club being valued at over $1 billion, and you have yourself the gold medalists of the Troll Olympics. I had my doubts about all of this. That was until I spoke with one of the top creative directors and internet artists in the world, who is an expert of internet culture, 4chan, and trolling. An artist who has worked with Kanye West, Grimes, and Tame Impala, among other creative projects.
I only know 2 out of those 3, and the first one was not based. The second one, they did a based thing at least. And then, I don't know the third.
That you've definitely seen. January 2022, a website goes live called GordonGoner.com. Signed at the very bottom was the signature of Ryder Rips. Ryder Rips is eccentric and is a trendsetter in every regard. He created the Deal With It meme, Dump FM, Internet Archaeology, and V-Files. When it comes to the internet, Ryder Rips is one of the most innovative artists of our generation. It's no secret that he uses internet culture and the nature of trolling to amplify his artistic messages. If there's anyone to educate others on iconography and the meaning behind art, it's Ryder Rips. And if I happen to be the founders of an NFT project manipulating the masses into asserting value on racist imagery, I would not fuck with him. For the past 6 months, Ryder Rips and other researchers have collected all of the data and sources that highlight Bored Ape Yacht Club's successful but depraved continued stunt. And I say continued because they still operate unchecked. 4chan is the gutter of the internet. Founded in 2003 by 15-year-old Christopher Moot Poole, this message board serves as a place where internet culture is born, discussed, and destroyed. Users on 4chan.
Yeah, 4chan is literally just the butthole of the internet. It's not worth actually getting into and checking out, honestly. I used to browse it for a while, but it has no appeal beyond being the butthole of the internet.
And typically post as anonymous or anon. As they argue, the identity of a user adds nothing to conversations at hand. But the collective anonymous culture of the message board has devolved into a degenerate pit of despair. Along with anonymous identities, there is virtually no moderation. As a result of this, threads on 4chan spiral into some of the weirdest and most disturbing rabbit holes on the internet. So why even post? Well, as Ryder Rips described to me, trolling is a sport on 4chan. This point alone is necessary in understanding the motive behind Bored Ape Yacht Club. Throughout
And for those that don't know, basically, Kiwi Farms, if you ever heard of it, is a descendant, I guess, of 4chan. A lot of the worst people of 4chan actually migrated over to Kiwi Farms. But 4chan's still pretty bad right now.
The internet's history, 4chan has been responsible for trolling mainstream media endlessly. One classic example of this was when 4chan tricked mainstream media into thinking the OK hand symbol signified white power. The media ran with it, and as a result,
oh my god, I actually didn't.
Trolling mainstream media endlessly. One classic example of this was when 4chan tricked mainstream media into thinking
that's how it was supposed to convey white power. I didn't know that. Huh. I actually didn't know that that was a, or probably I did know that this, because I'm pretty sure I have watched other creators go over this video. But again, I don't want to actually get through or just quote unquote react to this video. There's going to be a link to it in the description. But yeah, this guy basically goes through a shit ton of explaining why there's so many goddamn Nazi imagery and stuff within the Bored Ape Nazi or Yacht Club. The title is the Bored Ape Nazi Club. It actually took me a bit to find this video. Like the original, it's mostly people reacting to it. But yeah, with regards to infestation origins, I don't know. I mean, it could be some baby cuck Nazis wanting to test their water in dog whistling and then backed off to save their skin, or it could be a legitimate case of they weren't terminally online people that didn't know what the fuck a dog whistle was, so they didn't know anything about 88. I mean, it did go around as Twitter discourse, and largely that is terminally online behavior. I'll just say it flat out. Thanks for watching. Like it if you like it, dislike if you didn't. Let me know in the comments why you think I'm wrong. Check out the community on Discord. And remember, if you can't be the sharpest tool in the shed, you can always be the hoe. Just want to take a quick second and thank all the people who have joined the channel and become one of Briley's beeps. So, thank you, Joestar.